Hey guys, how y'all doing? Ultima Thu here. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Hope you all safe, staying at home, or just being safe. Uh, Today I got kind of something special to talk about, which is the new Mattel Jurassic World Primal Attack Postosuchus. So this has been quite a cat and mouse figure. I think many of us have been trying to get this, but it's been kind of elusive in different countries in the world. Heck, it's been cancelled in some. So I'm just really glad I got hold of it. So let's just jump right into it. Taking a look at the box, just a quick look. You got the name in front with the awesome backdrop, and a bit of the action feature on the back. Nothing new, all the same on the left and the right. Hey. So let's go back into the figure. I'll let you know my thoughts, and I'll sort of grade it out. How I think on a scale of like 1 to 5. What do I really think of this guy? He is pretty cool. So let's probably start with the face. I think it's a really good face sculpt. They really captured that whole crocodilian. I think it is part of the crocodilian family. That sort of look. He's got quite a good menacing kind of face, and I think that's very good. And you can see the detail, of all the ridges and scales that's been awesomely sculpted all across the body. You even got that awesome scales and sculpt all across the face, throughout the body as it gets kind of specky, which is kind of like the Mattel trademark. And yeah, if you guys are looking for the code, here you go. You're welcome. So all in all, I think for the sculpt, I'll give it like a 4 on a 5. I think it could have been better in the sense that probably a longer sort of face or snout would have been right. I think, if I remember how I used to play on their Jurassic World game, that was kind of how it looked. It's kind of a blocky face, but then again, I'm glad I got this figure. Now on the paint wise, I think I have to give it like a 3 out of 5. I think first and foremost, the whole black on blue with a bit of the whitewash is a great idea. I think that really, sort of matches what a Postosuchus sort of should have been or could have been. I don't know. I mean, I've never seen a real dinosaur, but what always really, peels me off is always that it stops here. For many of the dinos, you rarely nowadays get the full paint, and that's been pretty much the same case for a lot of the line. Say exception for certain ones, which is like the I think Tarbosaurus, the Sarcosuchus, and I think that's where they really go kind of all out on the paint job. Probably that's why it's much more higher priced. One more point is that about the teeth. I think that's where some dinosaurs you see that there is a bit of paint bleeding of the whites that go a bit into the lip, but it is not too obvious if you don't really look at it. But still, all in all, after everything, I think it's a really neat figure. I think it would really look great on your collection. I'm so glad Mattel has really gone into the direction of giving us more variety. I got kind of sick of repaints. So one more thing to do, I think, is to give it a bit of a size comparison, because I like to do that. Here it is with the Suchomimus. This is the blue variant. I managed to get it on Amazon. I like this variant so much better than the brown one. So just a comparison of size, he looks like a mouse next to him. And of course, I think with one of his own family kind of guys, we got the Sarcosuchus, and he is just dwarfed by this guy. And I think it is fitting, because this guy was huge back in the day, and I think it's a really good size comparison. And a bit more, let's put it next to the Paki, which I got, and in the same time, I think it's a great paint job for the Paki. I have the legacy version, but I sort of really fell in love with this whole rusted sort of green paint. It felt kind of natural, so I just had to get it. And of course, here he is with the extreme T-Rex, the extreme chomping T-Rex. And I think it fits pretty well. I can't fit the whole thing, but yeah, I think it fits pretty well in terms of size. It's pretty much like the size of a big dog, I think, if we're talking about scale, I guess. So one more thing I think we have to talk about is definitely the articulation and the whole play function. So the two front legs come on ball joints, and they have quite a generous way of movement that you sort of can go back this far. I'm not sure why, but it's good to have that given articulation and much of choice. It can swing as much as far as you want. My only problem is that it's kind of loose in the front two legs. It's kind of like my Styracosaurus problem, and on the back, it has a bit of a ball joint leeway, which is common with all the dinosaurs. And it can go all the way back, all the way front, and if you can go high if you want, but I don't see why you would want to do that. Uh, Play function, the Savage Strike, they all have their gimmicks. So his gimmick is that when you move the tail left to right, it sort of moves the mouth function. So you just, yeah, I think you see it. And I think it works good. The responses, the reflexes is pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. I would rate this a 4 out of 5. I think it's a great figure still. I definitely recommend it for your collection if you can find it. It's even sold out online now, the last I checked. So it's a great figure. I just hope you guys do get the chance to get hold of it. And if you guys like the stuff I'm putting out, do subscribe, give a like, or put a comment, or just let me know, what you think you would like to see next. Thanks a lot, guys. This is me, Ultima Thule, going out. Peace.